Let's get this video on the road. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with the new video for you guys here to recap episode 3 of tonight's episode of Match Made in Heaven. And if you have not watched the show is about America's first bachelor, Sean Ballard, as he looks for the perfect match for himself. You know, he's been looking...
not America's first bachelor. Black bachelor.
You know what I mean.
Even though some people consider Flavor Flav and Ray J the first black bachelor,
no.
But I don't consider them.
You know what though? This episode right here, this was my favorite episode. And the reason why this was my favorite episode is because of Mama Maggie. This lady is no joke. She's from Philly, first of all. She reminded me a little bit of my mom, but I think Maggie probably, you know, she got a little bit more fire in her. And what she's not here for, she's not here for the dirty ass girls, keeping the damn rooms dirty. She was introduced as a new house guest. So she's going to be living in the house with the girls to, you know, to keep her eye out to see what's going on and to make sure that Sean leaves this show with the right match. So on tonight's episode, basically, we were introduced to her, and then the girls, they had this little casino thing going on as one of the date night games. But what they wanted the girls to do was to remove the makeup. So some of the girls got a chance to spend some personal time with Sean. So one of the girls who was just completely over the whole situation, Dolly, she was upset with Kalina, who she keeps calling Barbie, because...
And she had me calling her Barbie too.
Yes, she's just so pretty. You know, she was upset with the fact that why do you get a chance to get a private date with Sean and you were one of the girls that did not remove the makeup? She was feeling some kind of way. A lot of the other girls was feeling some kind of way too about it. So anyway, but before this happened though, Mama Maggie had to get Sean and one of the girls together. I don't remember the girl name. Remember, it's still like 16 other girls still in the house. So Mama Maggie wasn't having that. She catches Sean. She's like, oh, I see Sean disappear. And my whole radar just goes off. So she goes out there and she intervenes. Like, what the hell is going on? I don't do this. I'm not here for this. The girl talking about, well, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to argue with you, and I respect you. She said, I respect you too. But, you know, I'm here for my son.
And this is a party.
Yes.
And y'all shouldn't have disappeared from this party. Yeah. You know, like the mom said, are the guests boring you?
Well, get in there and go do what you're supposed to do.
Okay. And you don't tell me you're going to respect me. I'm not going to say nothing back to your mom because I respect her.
No.
No, say something back. Don't respect me. Say something back. So I can tell you how I really feel.
So since the pastor picked Kalina to go on a private date with Sean, he had a test for the girls. So the test was each girl was to get an apple. Kind of like the Adam and Eve thing, you know, you biting into the apple. So if you bite into the apple, what happens is the date between Kalina and Sean, that date is over. But what I was really feeling was I was liking the date between those two. And something she said, Kalina told Sean was that, you know, I have a son, he's 8 years old, he's my world. And then, you know, Sean with his macking ass self talking about, you know, if your son is your world, you know, he'll be my world too if I'm apart. If we get to go somewhere, you know. So I was just really enjoying the date. They were in the pool, and the girls were debating. So Mama Maggie, she's like, if they bite into this apple, you know, that's going to show me that they jealous of what's going on. So she's like, I'm watching and I'm paying attention to everybody. So the girl's like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And that's when Dolly just had enough. She goes off. She bites the apple. Then the other girl, I can't remember her name, but she bites the apple. So you got two girls that bite the apple. So all of a sudden you see this ticking time bomb on the pool, and the pool actually explodes.
Well, this is my thing about the apple situation. I don't know if I would necessarily call it jealousy because they bit into the apple, because of the fact that this is something that was given to them. I guess in a way of, it was given to them in a way of, not to say that you're jealous, but that, okay, now you feel as though the day is over, and so you're going to bite into the apple. Like, I mean, of course there is some jealousy behind it, but at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't I want to stop a date with you and my potential boo? Like, why would I want to see y'all on a date together? I don't want to see y'all on a date together, so yes, I'm going to bite into this apple. Hell, Dolly's better than me because I'd have been onto the apple as soon as they walked out of my sight. Oh, that's what I would have been. There would have been no pool, okay? Pool. They would have got their clothes off.
Yeah.
I'd have bit. Who bit?
Yes,
Me.
you know he was in that pool. He was ready. He was ready to get something
Yeah, he was
started.
ready in that pool. And as soon as she would have stepped her foot in there, bye.
So she's all in the mud. She's like, oh my God, I'm muddy. You know, because Sean left. As soon as that happened, he must have already knew what was going on. Because he was out. And the girl, she's standing there in the mud all mad because they was in some kind of desert. But, so you know, the pastor and the mom talk about what happened. And Sean talks to his mom about, Sean was talking, what was they talking about? They was talking about the girls and everything, you know, how he loved his mom and what she really expects from what's going on. And the mom was saying how she didn't like how one of them bit into the apple or whatever. And, you know, basically now it's time for elimination. No. Not even time for, how could I miss?
The part where they was arguing.
So the argument part. So Kalina gets a whiff of what happens, like they bit into the apple or whatever, and Dolly had a whole bunch of mouth. I mean, she spent more time with him than any of us, blah, blah, blah. I'm here for him, and this is a competition. Like, then they start going back and forth. So Kalina, you know, she was like, you're not going to be clapping in my face.
You know, because Dolly was like,
I mean, but Dolly
yeah, she did.
clapped the face.
She clapped because the eye was blank. Kalina's face was blank like that. It did. I saw it. So, you know, so all I had to do was take one smack.
Yeah.
Because once that hit through the, I think she hit her a few times though.
With that clap.
With that clap.
But see, Kalina, I guess they not really fist fighting because, you know, they don't want to go home.
Yeah, well,
and they don't want to embarrass themselves in front of...
Sorry, Sean, but that would have been an elimination for me. Yeah, I would have went home. I would have went straight home.
And Dolly,
Kalina
just pushes Dolly on the couch.
You don't smack me like that.
If you're going to push somebody on the couch and once you in that, you're on the mountain on top of them, that's when you start...
But you know, said she ain't want to hit.
I know, but I'm just saying, anybody...
No, she should have hit her before they got on that couch.
Goddamn face.
Excuse me. Forget mounted. Now I'm getting mad. Forget mounted on the couch. She should, as soon as she went clap, I went boom. Now watch it. This is not a clap on, okay? You don't clap me on and clap me off, okay? Watch your hands, okay? Yeah. She said, we're not going to do this. You're not going to do this clapping. She said, no, we're going to do this. Oh, are we? Yeah.
Oh, so they went off. Mama Maggie, she's like, listen, if they start, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to get out the way. Because this is going to show me who, that must be real good. I want some of that. Yeah. She was like, I'm a no by their actions. So they fought in front of her. They got pulled apart. And she was like, you lucky I ain't do what I wanted to do. Kalina talking about, yeah, that's why I got in her face. And like, you really didn't do nothing. You got in her face, but she clapped. She clapped you in the face. You ain't do nothing about that. So that was time for elimination. Y'all know how it goes. If you're safe, he wants you to stay by the text message. If you need to meet by the bridge, we need to talk. We need to meet by the bridge. And the other one is just that we're sorry we're not a match. So the girls that really didn't get any camera time, about 3 girls we're not a match. And the 3 girls that had to go to the bridge was Brandy, Dolly, and Kalina.
Brandy, Dolly.
Yeah, Brandy.
Is that the girl the other girl who bit the apple's name is Brandy?
No, the girl that bit the apple, she actually got immunity. I forgot because she talked to the pastor and told the pastor, I really didn't mean any malicious intent, and I wasn't being jealous.
No, but this is the same girl who went home though.
That's a different girl.
Oh, I thought she was the same one who went to Kalina and apologized and said, "I'm sorry." I thought that was the same girl.
No, they all see. That's the problem. They look alike.
Yes. Are you sure it's not her?
Yes, I'm sure. She got immunity. She got immunity because the pastor was like, "I'm not going to send you home because you showed you had a heart after biting into the apple." But
I just don't get the apple thing because it's like, okay, you give them the apple to end the
because they
day.
want to see if they're going to bite into it. Or
Yeah,
not.
but then, but what doesn't make sense to me is why would somebody want to continue to watch somebody else on a date with the person that they want to be with? Why not bite the apple? And then when you bite the apple, you get in trouble. It's just like car insurance. You got car insurance and they give it to you, but you better not hit nobody because you hit somebody, your premiums are gonna go up. Well, what damn good is it to have the insurance when you can't get into an accident?
Because the thing is, how long can you keep your cool and prove that you there? You know, you're not trying to sabotage your date by, you know, biting into the apple.
Yeah, but that's just like car insurance. If somebody hit me and my premiums still go to hell up.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you know, it's just like that car insurance commercial. Then you realize you weren't even in the car. So how's my damn thing going there? It don't make sense. That apple didn't make sense to me. Let this be the last time y'all use that apple
but
thing.
the apple is coming back next week.
Oh, God. It didn't make sense to me.
The apple is coming back. I just think it's clever. See, stuff like this is different from.
It's very,
You know,
it's very clever, but then why do they get in trouble for biting into the apple?
it's just showing if you're doing it out of spite or no. If you and just showing, you know, so they in the elimination tent on the bridge. He tells the girls, well, you know, Dolly was saying, Kalina was saying, you know, she didn't mean to, you know, go off like that and all that good stuff, but she was enjoying the date and the time that she had, and she was upset by what happened, and Dolly just was like, I want, you know, we want more time with you. This is a competition, and you know, I'm here for you. She was just, you know, selling herself to Sean on why she bit that apple, and Sean was like, you know, at first I thought he was going to send Dolly home because that's what it was giving me. Then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I like your passion for me. I like the passion from both of y'all. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all to stay. So Kalina and Dolly got to stay, and Brandy, on the other hand, who pretty much didn't get enough time with him, it was time for her to go home.
Can I say something? I think Sean likes having a whole bunch of women.
Yeah, wouldn't
At
you?
one time.
If you had a whole bunch of
Don't do it.
if you had the chance.
Yeah, well, hey,
Hey.
don't do it. But I wouldn't want them fighting over me to find out which one's going to be with me. I just enjoy having them all.
Yeah. You know what gets me? Them girls be crying, child, once they get a.
But I think Sean likes that. He likes that. And I think if he could have them all, he would have them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mama Maggie ain't having that.
You know, Mama Maggie's not having that.
She's like, I don't do big titties and I don't do big ass.
I wonder what was Sean doing before he met these women. Like, was he already in a relationship with someone?
I don't know.
And for how long? Because it seems like he's excited to have all these women fighting over him.
Baby. All I know is next week somebody is showing up that's going to be kissing him and the girls are going to be over.
It's just so many of them.
Yeah.
It's like if I walked past some of them in the street, I wouldn't even realize they were on this show.
I know.
Show because there's so many of them. You're like, oh my God.
The girls that's memorable to me is Mecca, the girl with the shark hair that they call the shark hair. The lesbian girl, what's her name? Nick.
I don't know, but she's very pretty with the
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Dolly and Kalina just had their moment, so I remember them. But I really remember the blonde entourage from last week.
Yeah, they
like
got
I'm
eliminated.
Victoria and Jane. I'm mad they got eliminated. So, but anyway, yeah. So that was our recap. Match Made in Heaven. It comes on WeTV every Wednesday night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. Make sure y'all check it out. If y'all missed tonight's episode, go over to WeTV.com where you can see the actual videos of the recap. And if you were looking for episode 1 of Match Made in Heaven, it's no longer on our channel, but you can go over to WeTV.com and check it out. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you guys Friday morning with a new video. Bye. Don't get up.